Tom Cloud. I'm here with a special update on the precious metals market for Steve St. Angelo. And I think hopefully you've been reading his articles lately and you can see what's developing. We sit there, first of all, and look at gold, and we see gold going up 9.9% 2 years ago, 12.6% in 2017 after the big drops of 2014 and 15, where about a third of the value went away. So now you look at it with very low risk. You're seeing last week that the IRS has attacked Bitcoin. They got 13,000 names turned over to them, and Bitcoin, of course, has fallen below 10,000. So what we know and what we see and what we hear, both here and in Asia, is there is big buying going on in gold, and yet the little guy is still scared to death, which makes no sense whatsoever. I started this company in 1976 as a very young man, and I've been through a lot of cycles. And the last one, like from when we saw in 2008 silver go down to $9, and in 3 years, by November of 2011, silver was over $45. It went up 5 times. And I can tell you, nobody wanted to buy silver at $9. It's like now, nobody wants to buy silver at a spot price of $16.50. It makes no sense whatsoever with the spot price being maybe 45, 50 cents, 70 cents above mining cost, and have very low risk in to buy it. And then in gold, to have gold at 13.20 with central banks buying it, because they're going to need the gold to back whatever participation they have in cryptocurrencies backed by gold. It's going to make the biggest difference. The blockchain technology is here to stay, and you're going to see, coupled with cryptocurrencies backed by gold, that'll pay things. But what the people that put out these, like the Perth Mint, the Royal Canadian Mint, the Britannia Mint in England, that make the Britannia coins, are all talking about developing a gold-backed cryptocurrency. When this gold is bought in the free market and put into COMEX warehouses where they can be audited frequently to make sure they have in there what they propose to have, then you're going to see gold take off. And certainly we know of at least 11 cryptocurrencies right now that are being developed that'll be backed by gold. And certainly silver could also do it, but silver is more unlikely because of the weight, the storage fees it would cost to store it. So we look for gold to be the first to get in on the cryptos, and you need to be way out ahead like our major investors. Our biggest clients are buying gold and silver, and yet the little guy, we're seeing the largest average sale we've ever seen in the history of this company in 42 years. But we're seeing less sales because the little guy is still scared, the very one that needs to be buying it. So all I can tell you is premiums are higher in Asia. Inventories are very small in Asia. We sell almost everything we get in Asia. We sell it to our clients that want to store in Asia. And remember, we have the lowest storage fees in the world. We're not even allowed to say them on the internet, but if you'll call us, we'll be happy to discuss. We have them in Toronto, Canada, Delaware, Texas, Singapore, and Cayman Islands. At rates, we'll send you our internet brochure to show you how it works and the options that you have to store and the rates. And 2 of them give you free rent for 6 months. So hopefully that'll help. And then the best part is, once you become a client of ours and you have that initial account set up at a $10,000 minimum, anything else you have stored, we can have transferred into. We just did one last week where a guy was paying 1% a year more. In his case, about $300,000. He was paying $3,000 more than he paid buying it from us and moving it. So once you become a client, you can then move other things you have stored and have the same low rate. You don't get free rent on that, but you pick up the low rate. Other things in news, we saw the Treasury Department just say they spent 1.2 trillion more than they bought in last year. Last year's deficit, because the fiscal year is only through September 1 to the end of September 30th, starts again on October 1. So basically what they're saying is we've already run up another $600,000 in $600 billion in deficits already just in a 3 or 4 month period. We're also seeing the Fed is now having to buy, they've now owned $2.5 trillion of government debt because nobody wants to buy it. So the Feds had to print money and buy it. We now see the debt, the interest on the debt, over 500 trillion billion a year, $500 billion a year, just on the interest. And the debt now, if you go to usdebtclock.org and you see that we're over $20.5 trillion and we're spinning out of control. So all I can tell you is I don't understand why gold is not moving as faster or silver's not moving faster, but I can tell you from doing this, I can feel it. I know it's coming. I think it's going to happen this year. If not this year, first quarter next year, there's going to be gold-backed cryptocurrencies that are going to send the price of gold up. Silver will follow. There are other things like the solar panels being built in China, the amount of industrial demand. It's just the investment demand. And even last Friday, as Steve St. Angelo reported to you, is we've seen the shorts on the silvers finally start going down. We haven't seen much gain this week in silver, but it is up 20, 30 cents, but it should be up at least $1. So hopefully you can give us a ring at the office. Dan's been with me 25 years. Kathleen, Carol, we can talk to you about anything you want to talk about. We have 5 incredible specials right now, if you're not familiar. 2 in gold, 3 in silver. So, give us a call at 800-247-2812. That's 800-247-2812. And if you're interested in a self-directed precious metals IRA, we can help you get the custodian. We can function as your agent and your broker in those situations. But I strongly urge you to decide what percentage of precious metals you need as the foundation of your pyramid. To me, gold and silver and stocks are the 2 tops. And as you work your way up the pyramid, I'm even happy to talk to you about that, what I'm doing. I can't broker the other items to you, but I can tell you what I'm doing. So if you want a consultation with me personally, you can call the office at 800-247-2812, and the consulting fees I normally charge will be waived from 44 years in the financial industry, just to help you be sure you're on the right track. So hopefully we've covered a lot of things today. Keep following Steve's website for updates on gold and silver that he writes. And if you're not on our distribution list, we don't share it with anyone. You can also call and give us that or email us through Steve, and we will put you on our free distribution list. With this update on precious metals, this is Tom Cloud signing out.